ฮัลโหลฮัลโหลฮัลโหลสวัสดีครับฮัลโหลสวัสดีสวัสดีแป๊บนึงนะเย้สวัสดีสวัสดีสวัสดีสวัสดีสวัสดีสวัสดีสวัสดีวันนี้เราจะคอมงานนะฮัลโหลฮัลโหลHello, hello, hello. How's it going? Wing. วันนี้เราจะคอมงานเพราะว่าช่วงนี้งานผมเยอะไม่น่าเชื่อผมว่าสังเกตว่าช่วงสิ้นปีผมจะค่อนข้างงานเยอะเป็นพิเศษนะครับทั้งจากงานส่วนตัวแล้วก็งานบริษัทนะงานเยอะจริงๆเลย Hi there, hello. Hi. So I might speak in my native language a bit more in this stream, but if you have any questions, please let me know. We are going to have a compositing session for today, so I'm just gonna, work on this. พี่สร้างช่องลงพวก VS สำหรับคนดูได้ไหมครับไว้สำหรับแนะนำจริงผมน่าจะทำคลิปเนาะผมเคยไปคุยกับคนดูนะว่าผมจะทำคลิปเนาะแล้วผมก็ไม่ทำสักทีนะไม่รู้ดิรู้สึกจิตใจมันเหี่ยวเฉานะไม่อยากทำคลิป Alright, I'm gonna start. Might take a lot of time here. ก็นั่งคอมวันนี้ไม่มีอะไรเราแอนิเมตเสร็จแล้วนะHoly. Hello, hello. Hello, welcome. วันนี้ผมก็จะต้องปรับให้ขั้นแรกเนาะเวลาผมคอมมันพวกนี้ผมก็จะปรับให้มันใกล้เคียงกับที่ผมวาดมาก่อนก็คอนทราสต์เยอะขึ้นอีกหน่อยถูกแล้วคอนทราสต์มันเยอะผมไม่ได้ลงเงาตรงนี้เพราะเดี๋ยวค่อยมาเพิ่มใน AE เอาโอเคเอาเบื้องต้นนี้ไปก่อนstart compositing. Change color. Nope, not this one.สีอันนี้ก็ไม่มีอะไรขั้นตอนตรงนี้ไล่เปลี่ยนสีให้เป็นสีเบจให้หมดก่อนเนาะอันนี้มันเรียกว่าไงแล้วแต่สไตล์แล้วแต่คนด้วยฮะแต่ว่าถ้าเกิดสมมติผมทำงานทางบริษัทเนี่ยผมจะไม่ทำอย่างนี้เพราะว่าทำงานบริษัทมันเสียเวลามากครับแล้วก็เราจะทำให้คนอื่นที่ทำงานเดียวกับเราอะลำบากขึ้นเวลา What the fuck happened? The hell is this? คือเวลาเราทำงานบริษัทอย่างเงี้ยครับเราต้องนึกถึงเสมอครับว่า streamline เราต้องทำให้งานออกมาง่ายที่สุดนะแล้วก็เร็วที่สุดเพราะเราเป็นขั้นตอนสุดท้ายเนาะเป็นเหมือนประการสุดท้ายครับก่อนที่งานสำเร็จมันจะออกถ้าฝ่ายเราทำงานอยู่ช้าเราจะทำงานเขาระเบิดเราจะมาเริ่มเทคนิคในตำนานกันขอเช็คสีกัน เวลาทำงานผมก็ไม่ได้เช็คสีด้วยนะบางทีแม่งหลุดลงลืมนะหลุดไปGod damn it เดี๋ยวต้องไปแก้ so there's an error right here I will have to change it no I'm gonna do it later yeah that happens sometimes so there's an error right there มี error ตรงนี้นะแล้วก็ตรงนี้นะรู้สึกเฟรมนี้มีปัญหาเฟรมอื่นนี้ไหมไม่มีเฟรมอื่นก็ปกติดีโอเคไปแก้งานแป๊บนึง ปกติครับเวลาผมทำงานตัวเองมันก็จะมี error อย่างนี้นะไม่ต้องแปลกใจเดี๋ยวขอเอาไฟล์ขึ้นมาแก้แป๊บนึงWhere are you? There you are. แก้เลยสีหลุดสีหายนะครับอย่าผวนนะ สีหายแล้วก็ต้องแก้ครับย้ำว่าห้ามผวนโอเคเดี๋ยว export อีกรอบแต่ผมให้คุณดูไม่ได้หรอกเพราะว่าถ้าผมให้คุณดูเมื่อไหร่ผมโดนไล่ออกเลยนะพอดีงานแม่ง confidential เยอะไม่ให้ดูหรอกเดี๋ยวมันฉายแล้วก็ให้ดูนะรอก่อนแล้วกันทีนี้ก็ปิด after แล้วก็เปิดใหม่ลืมปิดเสียงมือถือเปิดขึ้นมาคอมแสนช้าของฉันมันก็เร็วแหละแต่ว่าไฟล์มันใหญ่มันก็เลยช้า right โอเคหายแล้ว let's go อะไรวะเนี่ยเริ่มเฟรมสุดท้ายนี่ค่อยทำแล้วกันไอ้เหี้ยนะช่างไม่นะครับคอมไม่เสร็จค่อยมาแก้ดีกว่าญาติดูแก้อีกสักครู่สแคตเตอร์มันอยู่ข้างล่างอยู่ข้างบนอยู่ไหนก็ได้ยังไม่ต่างมานี่เราก็ต้องมาทยอยตั้งทีเฟรมมันนะต้องเป็นวิธีที่เฮี้ยงจริงมันจะมีตัวปลั๊กอินอยู่ครับแต่ว่าเป็นของ Psoft เนอะเห็นที่ฝรั่งเขาทักมานะเขาบอกว่ามันมีปลั๊กอินตัวเนี้ยชื่อ Stereo Radio อะไรสักอย่างผมจำชื่อไม่ได้แล้วจะเป็นของ P-Soft ก็จะเป็น plugin Composite อีกตัวหนึ่งครับจริงๆเขาใช้คู่กับ FS แต่ว่าตัวนั้นมันเป็น plugin จ่ายเงินนะซึ่งก็จะเป็นอันนั้นจะเป็น plugin อุตสาหกรรมเลยก็คือญี่ปุ่นเขาก็ใช้ตัวนี้ครับจริงส่วนมากถ้าเป็น plugin Composite เนี่ยจะเป็นของญี่ปุ่นครับคนญี่ปุ่นทำทั้งนั้นเลยนะเกมนี้ผมไม่ติดแล้วกันนี่นะส่วนผมอันนี้ผมแมสกว้างๆไปเลยแล้วกันตัวตรงนี้ฟอนต์แมสกว้างตรงนี้ไม่มีอะไรแมสกว้างๆไปเลยWill do the breakdown for this live thumbnail? Yeah, I will. Yeah, I forgot about that. I actually have to start with that first. I'm going to complete this first though. Then I will go to that thing. Sorry, forgot. Mask. What's the plugin name? It's P-Soft. Let me type that for you. Hold on. It's P-Soft. You can search it right here. And in the P-Soft category, I don't remember which one it is. It's probably CellFX. Probably this one. P-Soft CellFX. It's a group of plugins that you can use to composite your animation cell. There are a lot of it inside. One of them is like the radio blur thing. I don't remember the name, but it's going to allow you to control the directions of like the blur of the cell. It works pretty much similar to the radio fast blur in After Effects. So this one. It works almost the same, but it targets the color instead of like the whole mask or the whole character. If you use that, it's going to be much quicker if you want to composite and stuff. Frame. Okay. I don't really have to go very detailed about this. I'm just going to do it randomly. It should look good, yeah. I will have to change the color later on. Okay, range. To remove the base color. So you're going to be left with only this shadow color, then you can apply any effects in it. That's pretty much it. So multiply, there we go. Hi, hello. Hello. Good evening. For me, that is. Right. Let's talk about this work right here. I'm going to open the file now. Might take a while. I actually would like to talk about this first, but I forgot. Sorry. Right. It's right here. Okay. So I'm going to go not really detailed because I am still experimenting with this, and there are tons of like inconsistencies and limitations in terms of like using it in like animation work. It's more like an experimental piece, right? So I use something like this. So it's very much just a normal character cell, but I add more shadings in. So like you have this light shading right here, and then this reflect right here. So it's pretty much you composite like you usually do, but try to keep like the illustration mindset in mind. So you have to blend where it should be blend. So right here, I just blend everything. So first thing first, I just use the same technique that I used with the previous work. So change every color into the base color. So remove everything right here, this lighting and stuff. So remove everything, change it to a base color. And then you can use the mainline repaint to remove the line art. See, and our line art is gone. Try your best to like mimic the illustration style. So you don't want to have a thick line art. You don't want to have like a cell-like shading. Try to blend everything. So like I use 2 of the mainline repaint because her eyelash is not the same color with the main line art. So like this black color is not the same. So I use that again. Right, and I use the old version. So if you use old version, it's going to have this white background. So you have to use the color key to remove it out, and then select it blur to blur this color right here. So I put this color in because I already know that I want this to like get blurred. So I paint this in. It's pretty much like an eyelash, a more softer eyelash. So now your base layer, it's gonna look something like this. And so you just start applying. Try your best to think like an illustrator. So you treat this like a layer. You have a base color, then you can now start adding in some shadings, right? So I start adding in the shadings in her lip here, on shading and blend. I use a selected blur, blend a lot of the colors. Don't overblend where like you increase this too much. Don't do that. Like you have to blend it, yes, because you have to remove this cell thing right here, but not too much. Something like this is good enough. And then this one is for the hair right here. This is like the reflect. There are not really that much like visual effects here. It's just about compositing this work. This one is like the pencil line right here. Go inside, there's the pencil line. So I use the shape layer and I just randomly draw up right here, and then you add in the wiggle pad to make it wiggle, something like that, and then you layer it together with a bunch of like shape layer. We're gonna get something like this, and then I use an adjustment layer, put a roughen edge in, so it's gonna turn this into a more pencil-like line, and then posterize time to reduce the frame rate down to 6 frames. It's gonna look more like a drawing. Additionally, you can add echo, but I didn't do that. So you can add echo to make it a bit more like, to increase more frame rate. And I don't know how to describe that, but there's going to be like this effect of like, there's an after image in your work. something like that. But it depends. I just don't really like to use this, so I don't use that. That's pretty much it. Right here is the pencil line. This is like the shadows of her turtleneck. So let's go inside. And yeah, it just, it's really hard to see. I'm not sure if you can see it on the stream though. But like, here, I just blur everything right here. And then add some texture. So I use 2 layers, brush strokes and scatter, to add more texture in. And then right here is her face shading. So I typically use the gradient ramp. So like you can change the color to whatever you want, but I just set this to white. Right, and then you just play with the ramp a bit more. Try to add in a more gradient into the work. It's going to help a lot. Because without a gradient, it's going to look like an animation layer or like animation cell. Right, so if you want to mimic the illustration work, it needs to has a lot of like gradients. What about this one? I don't know. A lot of stuff. So this is the reflect. As you can see, I still use the gradient. And yeah, I just keep applying this layer. Try to treat this like a drawing program. Apply, bunch of layers. And this is the line again. I just spam use this. Oh, and this is the reflect right here. So the way I do it is I completely blur this out. So without blur, it's gonna do something like this, and then I just blur it out. I kind of like how it made the face look more like 3D. So you can see the curvature of her face and stuff. So I keep this. Normally I won't do this because I don't really like to overblend, but like this is the first time that I feel like maybe blending some parts, like overblending some parts, might look much better compared to like you just leave it as like a solid color, something like that. Because yeah, in my opinion, I don't really like this. See, without any blend, without anything, it just looks unfit. It doesn't go along together. So I don't blur out of it. Right. And for this one, this is the hair texture. So the motive right here is that I want to make the hair to have like a lot of the texture. So I use the turbulent displace right here, turbulent displace, to make it more like a brush strokes. Add a little bit of like the wiggle texture that you typically see in illustration work right here. But I do overblend this also. So right here I change the color and see I overblend this. See, it just turns into like a gradient of a color. Right here. This is all of the plugins doing itself, I don't know. I kind of like this effect where once it hits the edge, it's going to create this kind of like, I don't know how do you call this, like a reflection? I don't know. It doesn't blur like you expect it to be, but it looks beautiful, so I just keep it like that. And then I add more texture in by using a brush strokes, and then I turbulent displace, and that's pretty much it. So I try my best to like blend between illustration and animation work, because all of these techniques must be usable if the cell is animated. So I try to like keep this in mind. Yeah. And right here, it's just all about like applying layers after layers. This is the gradient ramp. Apply. There are a bunch of layers in this work, like 49 to be exact, a lot of layers. one. Okay, so this is more like a compositing work now. So this is more like a texture, like like kind of like a dust floating in the air. And this is going to be the eye and stuff. And this is the lighting. So the way you do the lighting, it's the same technique with the soft shade thing. So right here, it's gonna be quite hard for you to see on the stream. But like it's the same technique. So I blur the edge and then put some texture in. This work is all about texture, I think. A lot of texture and stuff. It's the light and what is this? Oh, this is the line stuff. And another thing that's going to like make it more illustration-like is the usage of colorama. So this one right here. So I made some research and I found out that most of the artwork, like the modern artwork, the kind of like the color palettes and stuff, they use a lot of like a gradient map. And in After Effects, the gradient map is basically a colorama. So we can use this. So pretty much I just change the tone of this work to be more blue-like. So let it load. Yeah, as you can see. So you can use colorama to mimic that effect. Like, yeah, it depends on what color you want it to be. I'm typically going to use blue and orange, or blue and kind of like a reddish color, right? And I am not really sure about the exact position of where it represents. I just like just spin around and find out what color will like it target and stuff. Yeah. Oh, and also I select the which one is it though? Not you. Oh, it's an alpha ramp. So I select alpha ramp, and then you can start adding in some colors in here. Right. And that's pretty much it for this work. It's a bunch of layering and stuff. But like, just keep in mind that you need to have a lot of texture to make this work look more cooler, like more awesome, I mean. Okay. Yeah, that's pretty much it. If you have any questions, please let me know. You can play with the lighting, you can play with like these line effects and stuff. I might change my work direction to more of this. Like, I kind of like how my work is more and more like illustrations that moves. It rarely moves because I don't really animate a lot. Like, I might am this technique a lot. So like, yeah, I might not use this in like my animation work, like I mean the university work, because it's going to be very inconsistent. I haven't tested this fully, so I don't know like its limitations and stuff. Yeah, that's pretty much about this work. Now I'm gonna change back to thing right here. So this tech is doable with animations. Kinda, yeah. You can use like an animation cells to do this thing. Do this, I mean, technique. But I don't think it's production proven. It might work if you're working in like a small scale indie work, but like generally it's not possible for you to consistently do this for like one single episode of anime, like 26 minutes anime. You cannot do it, I'm pretty sure. it's too complicated and it's too insufficient in my opinion. I still have to like play with this a bit more. So I have the skin right here. Another thing that is covered is there's a plugin called Outline for the F I mean, right here, and it's going to create this outline for you. I typically use this for the subsurface scattering. You just do that and then select one color, yeah, and it's going to create this cool outline right here. Or you can use this transcodation, which I should use, yeah. This transcodation works the same, but it's a bit more versatile. Like you have like this blur edge right here. I'm going to mimic the subsurface scattering thing. So I use overlay. Okay. So it's going to create this outline effects right here, or like this glow effect. I'm going to work with his neck.ทำยังไงให้ UI เป็นสีแดงหรือสีอื่นล่ะครับเปิดเน็ตอ่ะผมจริงๆผมไม่ควรจะเซตมันสีแดงครับเพราะว่าเวลาผมใส่พวก expression มันก็จะเป็นสีแดงแล้วผมก็จะดูไม่ออกแต่ผมแค่รู้สึกว่าแม่งเท่ การเปลี่ยนสี UI ไม่มีประโยชน์อะไรเลยครับมันมีประโยชน์อย่างเดียวครับแม่งเท่ มันทำให้after effect ของคุณมันดูเท่กว่าของคนอื่นประโยชน์มันมีแค่นั้นนิดเลยครับแล้วไงกูเท่ Out. All right. Yep. Kind of works. All right, and now with his hair.ดึงมาด้วยแล้วกันเดี๋ยวค่อยเปลี่ยนสี วัสดีค่ะถ้ามีข้อสงสัยเกี่ยวกับปลั๊กอินได้ครับถ้ามีสงสัยอะไรทักมาถามได้เลยมีคนมาสายคอมโพสิตเยอะขึ้นนะคุณมากค่ะยินดีครับก็รีไปทีนี้ก็ตัวเสื้อก็ขอใครทำอะไรก็เหมือนนั่นก็เซลฟี่ยัดลงมาอ๋อเพราะว่าเราไปเลื่อนมันปะแต่ละจำได้แล้วผมไปเลื่อนมันเองกำลังเกาหัวไปไฮไลท์ออกเอาแต่เงาขึ้นถ้าเป็นไอ้พวกขี้โกงเทคนิคเร็วๆเนี่ยผมชอบจริงๆเลยพูดตรงๆเทคนิคในตำนานแล้วก็ Mask Shadow ออกมาเป็นอย่างนี้ก็สเกลล่างออก Mask Shadow ใส่แลนส์ใส่แกตเตอร์ลงไปได้ไหมเนี่ยอ๋อหรือว่าต้องนี่ก่อนต้องมีแม็กลงก่อนอะไรหนึ่งตัวชิสุคันปึ๊บโอเคได้อันนี้มาใส่การเดียนนี่ไปก่อนก็ได้อะก็มันมีติดเออร์เลอร์ข้างล่างไม่เป็นไร เบลอออกใส่นิดหน่อยเปลี่ยนทิศเงาเล็กลงโอเคดึงน้อยขึ้นมันจะได้มี texture เพิ่มขึ้นมาแล้วก็ใส่ตัวเดิมผมเรนเดอร์ติดพื้นหลังไม่ช่างแม่งเนี่ยมันลงออกติดไฟลบออกมันจะทำริมไลน์ละแล้วก็ข้างในฟิวดำให้หมดThere we go. พี่คิดว่าใส่งานนี้งานเราเยอะไหมครับก็เยอะอยู่นะไม่ต้องเรียกว่าไงดีมันเป็นหนึ่งสายงานในแขนงแอนิเมชันนะครับฉะนั้นถ้ามันมีงานแอนิเมชันก็จะมีงานพวกเนี้ยเยอะอยู่ครับถ้าคอมโพสิตนะแต่ทำคอมโพสิตอย่างเดียวอยู่ยากครับต้องทำให้เป็นอย่างน้อยสัก2 อย่างอย่างน้อยต้องวาดรูปให้ได้ถ้าวาดรูปได้ก็วาดรูปได้ใช้โปรแกรมอื่นได้นอกจาก AE มีใช้ไปกว่าครึ่งครับถ้ายิ่งมีพวกปลั๊กอินที่ใช้กันในอุตสาหกรรมครับอย่างเช่นพวก Red Giant eSoft อะไรพวกนั้นก็จะมีโอกาสได้ทำงานสูงกว่าครับงานพวกนี้ต่างประเทศเขาก็รับครับเต็มไปหมดเลยครับของต่างประเทศเนี่ยงานส่วนมากที่ผมรับก็จะมีทั้งของภายในประเทศแล้วก็นอกประเทศครับงานเยอะไม่ต้องห่วงแต่ ถ้าเราทำเป็นได้หลายอย่างงานก็จะยิ่งเยอะขึ้น Tori. Hello. Hello. I might speak, yeah, as I said from the beginning, I might speak Thai a bit more in this stream. I mean, but if you have any questions, please let me know. เปลี่ยนสีเส้นว่ะสีเส้นมันดูไม่เท่เลย มันดูแบบอยู่ไหนวะเนี่ยเป็นหน้าแล้วอยู่ไหนวะอันนี้เจอละขออนุญาตเปลี่ยนสีเส้นนะสีเป็นสีฟ้าให้มันมีแบบแซมเหลือบฟ้าเข้ามานิดนึงนะอยากให้มันดูเหมือนงานวาดนะ Do you learn any third language? I've learned Japanese before, but I forgot about that. Like I've learned it during my middle school and high school. Japanese. I forgot about that. Haven't touched it since. And another language is Italian language, because I've studied in Italy before. But just like Japanese, I completely forgot about that. So like, yeah, I can speak in only 2 languages for now.ข้อความถูกลบเลยท่านกำลังจะพิมพ์อะไร ข้อความลบไปแล้ว This is cool. So the reason why I leave this color to be like this, because I am going to put in like the eye later on. So right now I'm just going to focus in compositing this first. So just start with the highlights. There we go. And then I'm just going to put it on this side. Like that. Ooh. Nope, it doesn't work. I have to recomp this first. Go. Ooh. Nice. And then we're around here. Filter this. Go. I like to cheat. I like to cheat. I like to cheat. I don't like to animate, and I like to cheat my debts. So this is how I would do it. I would just apply everything in After Effects. There we go. Might need a bit more contrast, but it depends, because the eye texture is going to be very contrasty. Still don't know. Change this to orange color, maybe. The timing of this is around like 10 a.m. maybe. It's in the morning, obviously. So color dodge. My favorite blend mode. It's raining right now, and in the string too, because I put in like the rain sound effects. Say what? What the hell is that effect? It's in the name is in Japanese. I don't know what it means. So it's Shitsukan. Shitsukan. But like I just typed shit. Shit. Yeah, like I just typed it in like a short form. Pretty goofy. Right, there we go. It's an effect that is going to create like this thing right here, like a highlights and shadow. So typically, if you want to have this effect, you have to like duplicate, and then like you move the layer. So this plugin is just going to do that for you, and you can just control the directions and stuff. It's pretty neat. Yeah, shit. It's a bit goofy. Every single time that I type this effect, I feel a bit goofy. Like, I type shit and then like, why am I typing this? Okay, there we go. This is the definitions of like, if you have like 100 skill points, 99 skill point is already in After Effects, and 1 skill point is in animating. This is ridiculous. Okay, so you have this glow, you have this. What's another effect? I forgot about that. Hold on. Oh, it's this snowfall thing. There we go. Might have to put clouds. It's a bit it's too blank. Doesn't have anything. I might go find some cloud footage later. I'm going to put the eye first. Oh right, the comet, yeah. I'm gonna spam this. Like to keep spamming effects. So now you have this. And then warp. Right. Horizontal. Nope. Nope. Okay. Turn. Position a bit. Oh, there. Something like that. Tutorials, you mean? I plan to do that, yeah. I might make some kind of like I might not make it in a video, but it's going to be like a PDF file, something like that. So I'm pretty sure that if I'm recording, it's going to be like, 2 hours clip. It's going to be too long. So I think some PDF file is going to be nice, I think. But actually, I cannot provide much of it. The reason is, like, some contracts with my Colosso stuff is limiting me to like make a tutorial and stuff, and that's the reason why I cannot do it. It's in the contract. I cannot like say much of the stuff, especially like the technique that I use, because it's the same that in like the Colosso course. So I might have a bit of a problem right there. Like, there's no big deal. I still try to find my way to like make a tutorial. Contract with studio? Yeah. I cannot provide everything that I teach in the course for free. That's, not like it's not like I didn't want to, but like it's in the contract. But I think if I update my knowledge and I start learning something new, then I think like with that, I think I can teach or like I can explain a little bit of that. Yeah, sorry about that. But I think doing some breakdowns, I cannot speak English, damn it. Like if I'm doing some breakdown, I don't think that's a problem because it's not the same in close-up, I think. So I might do more breakdown and stuff with my existing work then. Now you have this, not like fucking lightsaber, I don't know. Have that, change the color to blue. Oh my god, it's raining really heavily right now. I'm not sure if the sound like got picked up in the mic. The breakdown would be cool, yeah. Oh, actually in the stream I already did a breakdown. Like it's in like at the start of my stream. Like after it dropped, you can go watch that. It's the work, like this one, like this work right here. I did a breakdown on here too. We have that. It's too distracting. Like this light. Yeah, something like this would be better. Or maybe if I create a mask like this gradient thing right here, and then you back this, and then do that. Yeah, a bit better. I think it's beautiful. Yeah. Alright, so I'm going to start adding in eye thing because I keep running away from this. Oh, what is happening? Oh, not no man. I keep running away from this. Eat. Then now I'm going to go to my old work. This is actually like my university work. Actually, I think I'll be able to finish this during the stream, and then I will show you the cutting. Where is that layer? Oh, there you are. Which eye should I use? I'm going to use this one. Ooh, scary stuff. Every time that I stare into like this eye, I feel scared for some reason. I don't know why. It's a bit too real. Have that. Okay. And you track map this. Open a 3D layer. Start turning this. No. Holy fuck, this is so scary. Like without any blending, it looks out of place. That, and then I'm going to uncheck this and make it what the fuck is that? This shit is so goofy. Never mind. Keep it like that. Okay. Alright, and then become. That's not how you write eyes, but okay. Now the hard thing is you have to like track this by yourself. Bit tedious. and I cannot see. Okay. Start blinking here. Blink. When I do eyes in AE, it looks flat when it's side view. How can I fix that? Interesting question. So the way you fix that is, well, this is the problem that I'm going to encounter. But you just have to leave this space right here. Let me show you. On this side, you can turn. Hold on, let me do that. Boop, boop. Okay. And okay, boop, 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 boop. R. Just gonna check everything. I don't know which is which. Okay. I have to like go fix this. It's yeah. Okay. Here. So you can turn this. So you just leave this space right here. You don't want to like fill it like that. You would like to leave it right here. So it's going to be like a bit of a depth. And that's the trick that you can do. But the better way, if you want to do that, is to start create the eye in 3D layer, and then you kind of like make it has a depth. So I'm not sure how should I say this, but like, so let's say you make this shape. No, not like that. So let's say this is the eye. So the first layer of your eye is going to be something like that. So I don't have any other plugins, so it's going to be a bit goofy here. Manually changing the anchor point. Okay. So this is the first layer of your eye. And the second layer, you would want to like move the C down, like so. And if you work like this, and if you start turning your eye, you're going to have a depth. And working with 3D layer, you need to have a camera layer too. So it's going to have a bit more depth. So let me parent this. Turn. As you can see, it's going to have this depth right here. And imagine this is your eye. If you make it like this, you can turn, and the asset is going to move like 3D shape. That's how you do it properly. But if you already complete the eye like in 2D, just leave this space, and that's pretty much it. So they have the album. Hello. Good morning. It's a bit tedious like doing it like this, but I kind of like this method more. I can make it into any shape that I want, or any texture that I want. Move this here. Thanks. You're welcome. R. Did I fucked up? maybe, I don't know, we'll see. We turn. Nope, why are you going together, please? And just leave this space right here. Then just keep doing this until you complete the entire thing. What the fuck is this? There we go. What? Please? Okay. Gotta stop this panic attack. Nope, not bad. Here we go. Okay. นี่เรานั่ง Composite นะครับนี่ก็จะเป็นงานอีกชิ้นหนึ่งที่เราจะใช้กันในโปรเจกต์หน้ารอของเรานะเดี๋ยวตอนจบคลิปเดี๋ยวผมเปิดคัตติ้งให้ดูนะเพราะว่าถ้าจบอาร์ตนี้ก็คือไม่บอกคัตติ้งพอจบคัตนี้ปุ๊บหมายความว่าเรื่องตอนนี้คือครึ่งแรกเสร็จแล้วครึ่งแรกก็คือครบหมดแล้วครับที่เหลือก็คือครึ่งหลัง What the hell The hell is this please There we go Okay finally and now finish this I forgot about that. Wiggly eyes. Okay. Don't forget to save. Do you know how to make the transparent bang? Transparent bang, I see. Well, if you would like to do it in animation, I think you can. So first, change this hair color into the skin color. So let's do that. Change right here. Boop. And then you change it to maybe this shadow color. Also like this shadow right here. Change it to this. And then duplicate, remove all of this, change it to color keep, and just select all only these two color up. Do that, and do that, and you're gonna have this. Might look the same, but it's actually different because you can do a mask like so. Nope, you cannot do it. You have to pre-comp it first, sorry. So pre-comp this base layer. And then right here, you can have mask. And mask everything right here. And then you can add the feather and it's going to give the illusion of like a transparency right here. You can do that, yeah, something like that. Yeah, that's how you do it. Or a better way is for you to, in the production phase where you have to like draw and color, just select the bang, like only the bang, and then use like a different color. So you would be able to manipulate the color in After Effects. Because right here, I didn't account for like the bang, so you have to compromise a bit. Like you have to like do this goofy thing right here. Like this also works. Yeah. Look at that. Look at this era. So goofy. Right, that's how you do it. Where are you? R. Huh? Oh, okay, I don't see any errors now. Do you have any works where you composite something with white backgrounds? Probably not. Oh, maybe the dispersion thing, like the dispersion cube. In Fate, I'm not sure about that. I'm pretty sure that if you want to create like anything transparent in like animation, you would need to make it in another layer. Like you maybe have like the A, and then the transparent thing is going to be on the layer B, something like that. How do I get rid of the line art? There's a plugin called Mainline Repaint right here. It's the F plugins. Use that, and it's going to automatically remove the line for you. That's pretty much it.ฮัลโหลโอ้เป็นสมาชิกมา2 ปีแล้วสวัสดีครับแฮปปี้นี่เขาอยู่กับเรามาตั้งแต่ยุคสมัยรุ่งเรืองของ YouTube ตอนนี้ไม่รุ่งตอนนี้ก็ไม่ค่อยรุ่งแล้วนะ YouTube ไปไม่รอดแล้วจบแล้วคงกัด Go. Nice, and now we finish with the eye, and then just change this color to shadow color, and you should be good to go. Or maybe you can do it fancier by using a ramp. Now let's see the final results. Yike. Oh, what is that? Oh yeah. Where did I do that? I forgot to remove that. Oh, there we go. Nice. Now you have to start composite this because it looks really goofy. Maybe glow. Yeah, it works every time. You slap deep glow and then you are good to go. There we go. Duplicate this. That's not how you write I, but I mean a bit of a typo. So the eye is glowing, and this one is going to be a color dodge, or maybe a screen, and a misclick. Trying to find which one works. Oh, there we go. Reduce the opacity down. Okay. Yeah, a bit better. See the results. How do you do the coloring for the composite? I want to know the way of thinking. I see. So actually compositing is more like a filming. Like if you play, or if you have tried to do like the camera work before, it's really similar. Like the way of like color range and then the color dynamic and stuff works the same. So for me, I typically would want like a bit of a bloom and then a filter stuff. So let's say the part that should be illuminated must be illuminated. So let's say his skin is really bright, and you try to think of this like, so he's outside, he's outdoor, and the timing is around 10 in the morning. So it should be very bright, and there might be some kind of like an atmospheric blend. So like it should be blue and then stuff. So you try to think of this and then start to compose, and the knowledge of blend mode really helps. So let's say if you don't really know much about the blend mode and you just keep spamming screen. So let's say, yeah, I just want to add some light. Yeah. And I don't know much about, let's say I don't know much about the blend mode, so I just use screen. And then I do some of this, get some masking, then I feather this out. And then I reduce the opacity down. You can see that it doesn't really fit in this scene because mostly screen is for a fog. Because it doesn't have that luminosity, so it's going to be like a bit fuzzy. However, if you use a classic color dodge or add, these three layers are mostly for a direct light. And as you can see, it's going to glow a bit more, like it's much better. And that's how I think of them. Try to think like you are a camera. So mostly a good camera doesn't mean the camera that has like the highest dynamic range. It's mostly the camera that has the most stylish way of filming. Like you might have your own taste. Like for me, I like the blue color a lot. So that's the reason why most of my work contains blue. Yeah, see, blue color. I'm pretty sure that this one is blue. Yeah, blue. So for me, I like blue, and then yeah, just keep spamming. And don't how could I say this? Try not to use only one color. Even though like I use blue, there is some accent of like orange, as you can see, like this orange, black, some white color. Yeah, there are some accent color. Try not to use only one color. It's going to make the work a bit more boring. Or maybe if you like to use a very monotonous or a very monotone color, like you like blue, try to add some glow and stuff to make it has a bit more depth. So let's say for me, for this work, there's all the blue right here. So I add in some way to make the viewers know about like the depth of fields, and then which part is the light is coming from. So it's mostly like you're thinking in grayscale. So you try to think of this in grayscale. Yep. Right. So if you zoom out, you can clearly see that this is very dominant because the background is in like a lighter tone and the foreground is much darker, so you can see it clearly. And this one also works the same. If you zoom out, you can clearly see the character face because he's the brightest, and the background is a bit darker. Like you can use this rule to like make your work a bit more interesting. If you decided to use only one color, then you have to use like the difference in value to make it interesting. What are my PC specs? My PC spec. I'm not sure how do I show it, but it's 4060 Intel i7. I don't remember the numbers behind. Let me see. Let me open my chat manager. Yeah. So it's this thing right here. I have 128. This is the highest investment. Like I put a lot of like my budget into this, and my GPU is this. Yeah. Any tutorials on grayscaling? Actually, you can find a lot of tutorials if you search like in illustration instead of like doing a compositing. Like if you search grayscaling, you're going to see a lot of that. I kind of feel like if you have a knowledge in illustration, you are going to composite a bit better. Not a bit, I feel like a lot better. Because I kind of feel like it used the same principle, in my opinion. What? Power. Come on. Why is it behaving like this? Hold on. Come on. We will never know. Okay. I would like to add some more texture in the skin part. So right here. I might add the outline. Ooh. I just want to have a little bit of like this bump at the Terminator. A little bit of that bump. Maybe I should track at this. There we go. Yeah. bit too much. Nope. No, what? Oh, it's inside. Okay. I have to change this to black color. Yeah. And then composite this white eye. It's so bright. Hold on. Okay. Is the cell effect necessary? From Psoft? For compositing, I don't think so, because you already have like the F plugins. I've never tried to use Psoft before too. And I kind of feel like the F alone is already enough, I think. In my opinion, I kind of feel like F is already good. Man, it's so empty, like the backgrounds doesn't have anything. It looks so empty. Dog. Holy. Hold on. Let me zoom this in a bit. I might go find some cloud footage. Hold on. Cloud. Do we have any cloud? Nope, we don't have any. Let me yoink that from Pixel. Clouds. This one works. Is there any published work that you have done with your studio? It's actually not my studio. It's mostly like I work for them. But yes, there are, I think, at least 2 works that I've done with this studio. Actually, let me find some for you after I download this cloud footage, because it's taking like 10 years. I don't know why. Yeah, I'm just gonna, in the meantime, I'm just going to search some work. So the first one is this work right here. Right here. Hold on, I'm waiting for the ads. 15-second ads.
Holy fuck. That's crazy. I'm just going to find the cut that I've done. This one. Okay. Here is my first work with the studio. Boop. This one. This is my first work. It was... Holy fuck. How long was this? I don't know, maybe 5 or 6 months. 6 months ago? 5 or 6 months ago. This is the cut that I've done right here. So I composite this. Here's my name. Here. That's my name. Here's the cut I've done. Just gonna let it play for a while. Yeah, this is also the cut I've done. These 4 cuts, these 4 sequence, is all handled by me. Right here, including this this star thing. Okay, and then let me try to find that. Right here. Here's another cut. Like the style of compositing, it really depends on what type of work that you are doing, or the characteristic of your director, right? So maybe he or she wants the work to be in a certain style. You as a compositor, you have to make it possible, or like try to replicate that. You don't really have a lot of like creative freedom, but I'm speaking this in general terms. But like working with this studio, they do allow a lot of like creativity in like doing stuff, so I really appreciate that. But I do imagine that if you're working in like an anime studio that do actual animations, like long form animations, I kind of feel like you might not have a lot of controls in like the style of compositing, or like the way that you would do things. It's pretty much just copy paste, I think. This kind of didn't do. I think that's it. Oh no, not that's it. Here too. This one. Did this too. So this is my first work right here. You can search here. Downfall. Zenith. He's a YouTuber, I think. So this is my first one. Let me try to find the second one. So second one is... I actually don't remember the name. What the... Man, my brain is not braining today. Hold on. Oh, okay. I remember. This is my second work with this studio. This one. It's not my cuts. Try to find. Nope, not mine, nope, here. Starting from here is all of my compositing work. So this one, it's in a more cinematic aspect ratio. Here, so when I come, this is the work that I start using a deep glow. Like you can clearly see the difference. Like the light is more natural and it's more vibrant. Here, this cut I also do. I do this cut too. Yeah. I think that's it. Oh, nope. Man, I keep lying. I keep saying that's it, and then like, there's more. This one is also what I've done here. And actually this work I do animate. So this is the sequence that I've done. This is the LO work. I've done like a layout work right here. This is the cut that I animate. So mostly this sequence is where I composite, and this is also the cut that I animate. But in my opinion, I kind of don't really like to animate that much. You know me. I mean, I rarely animate. I mean, I can do. I used to be able to do it, but now like I completely forgot about that. Damn, the boat looks so good. Yeah, thanks. Actually, it's not really like 100% my credit. Like the team that worked on this is amazing. Like I'm pretty sure that they are one of the best in the country so far. Like in my country, I mean. So you have that, yeah. And then right here, I would like to talk a bit about this cut, right? So I composed this cut, and this cut is the most problematic. We did a lot of retakes on this cut, more than 5 or 6 times for this one single cut. Like there are a bit of a problem with this cut. Like, you know, there are tons of like elements, like this skeleton, the star and stuff. Mostly it's like the problem with the depth of the work, right? It's probably because I have never done this type of work before. Like you can see the star and stuff. This is around like 5 months ago. This is 5 months ago. Like I have never done this type of stuff, and I don't really know how do you push like these stars, like the bone to look like to have an illusion to make it further. Like I don't really know, but right now I kind of get the idea. So like the way you do it is you add some more atmospheric perspective, like this fog and then stuff, but you have to like separate the layer much better, right? So this is the most problematic cut. Okay, I did this too. Right here, this one is also. This is probably the first sequence that I've done for this work. This is the first. The screen, and this line I did this in After Effects. Like this laser thing. I didn't do this, but like this is what my team cooked. Really cool. We do use like a 3D sequence. It's really cool right here. I like this a lot. I might like this cut the most. I didn't work on this. I didn't composite this. I didn't animate this, but like I liked it the most. It looks so good, in my opinion. This one is also. I kind of feel like the last, like maybe 5 or 6 cut is the best. I kind of like that a lot. Like especially this. This is from like a very skilled individual in the team. He's really good. Like she composited this. It's really awesome. I really like the tone of this. Like the overall compositing is top notch. And I've been struggling to like recreate this. I don't really know. Like the lighting is so good in my opinion. Is that AE water? This one? Yeah, it's an AE, I think. This is like the work of my supervisor. He's really good. Like so, I guess this is like the bokeh is the AE. From everything right here is from the AE, I think. Right. Yeah, the reason why I like the end the most because, man, just look at this. Like it's so good. The amount of details and the amount of like the color is perfect, and the chromatic aberration used here is so good. I still don't know how to do it. Maybe they use like looks from Magic Bullets. Maybe I don't know. They just cook this and then everyone just, including me, just fucking applaud. It's so good. It looks professional in my opinion. I don't know. And that's the end. Boop. Here's my credits in the most smallest name as possible. Where the fuck is it? Here. My name is so goofy, right? I use like ad. There's a fucking ad in my name at Tori Artworks. So like, I keep changing my handle name. Like the last work was Tori. This time it was Tori Artworks. It might get longer in my next work. Well, I'm working with the studio too. Like we are cooking something really cool right now. Cannot talk about that. You know, NDA. I'm going to get fired, so I don't want to. I don't want to get fired yet. Yeah, these are 2 works that I've worked on. Pretty much it. Do my supervisor has any social media? He does. let me bring it up for you. Hold on. Probably the X. I'm not sure if he posts on X that much. Let me try to search that. Let me see. He posts. He did not post a lot of stuff here, but like, yeah, you can follow him here. Fuck happened to his name? Hold on. Oh, there you are. Here, he's my supervisor. Yeah, but mostly it's gonna be in Thai. So like, I hope you can just like, there's like a button to like translate and stuff. Yeah, I think. Yeah, like, he is the compositing. No, not fuck. What am I saying? He's the director of photography for this project that I've just showed you. You can see there are tons and tons of people working in this project, mostly Thai people. See, so here I have involved in director, key animation. So he did a lot of stuff. Bro did a lot of stuff that like, I don't know. He's the one that told me like, man, you should start animating. Like, you can do compositing, you can draw really well, you can now start animating. I don't really want to accept at first, but like, man, fuck that. Okay, I'm just gonna do it. Yeah, so this is my debut in layout stuff. And I completely dropped that later on. I don't like it a lot. I hate it, man. It's not like he's bad, or like his supervising is really bad, or not that kind of stuff. I just don't like it in general. Alright, so here's my supervisor. Yeah. Holy fuck. That is loud. So So here's the author of this work. So we pretty much just like adapt into animation, a preview animation, really cool. Please, yeah, pretty much it. How did I get into this studio? So I reached out to them because I'm going to have like an internship during my 4th year. Back then I was on 3rd year, so I reached out to Animatics. That's the name of the studio. Let me search that. Animatics. Man, I'm just chilling the studio right now. Right, so I reached out to them. I told them that, well, I'm studying here. I'm going to have like an internship on my 4th year, but I'm in 3rd year. I just want some experience and stuff, blah, 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 blah. So it's pretty much just like I'm asking for their help. And they gladly reply. They happily replied to me and told me like what I'm missing, what I'm lacking. And then, you know, I asked them whether it's possible for me to like start an early internship. What I mean by that is like I just work with them for like 2 to 3 months, but this is more like it's not in the curriculum. So all of this is just an extra effort from me. I just want to learn some more stuff in compositing and stuff. Right, so I reach out to them and they teach me. And my supervisor, like, they took an interest, and then he start training me, and then he start letting me work in like some of the studio's project at that, which is the first project, like the Downfall. That first project, that's the first one I did. Yeah. And then after that early internship, I do have my own like grind and stuff. And then once I start my 4th year, I apply the actual internship with them, and they happily accept because we already have some mutual like connections and stuff. Like they know how I work and I know how they work. We are having a great time, so yeah, that's the reason why I start working with them. I don't know if that's confusing. I am really sorry. I might speak in like whole gibberish. I don't know. Really sorry. Sometimes like if I talk in a very long sentences, I start like break down. Do they really accept? Yeah, they accept. Did I learn much from that studio? A lot. Especially like all of the plugins and stuff I learned from Animatics. Like initially, most of these like basics, like using an OLM and F plugins, those basics, I learned from them. But later on, I discovered that I like to do visual effects, and that's the point that I start like practicing on my own. But mostly from Animatics, it's mostly about the pipeline, which obviously I cannot talk about NDA. But I learned so much in animation pipeline, like which part, when do you start this, when do you should be worried at stuff, like if the work is, which part of the production is having a problem, like something like that. They might ask you about like, maybe could you fix this for us please, something like that. Because I have a clip studio, so if the drawing has some problems, you can go fix that. Because in the file there's going to be like a lot of layers and stuff. And typically if you don't know about the animation pipeline, you are going to be very confused with this. Like you would not know where to fix this. Yeah, so that's all the projects that I've worked with this studio so far. I think it's 2 projects. Or am I missing something? Hold on, let me try to recollect myself. Yeah, I think there's only 2. Is it different or any better? It's much better. Like I can guarantee you 100% that all of the knowledge that I have gathered so far, I would say around 50 to 60% was from Animatics, like was from my early internship. University does provide really good info. I didn't start compositing. Rather, it's more like I am doing a more live action thing. It's like you are going to use like an actual footage, like an actual human footage, and you have to like use After Effects to like make some rotoscoping, some effects, or maybe just like doing some 3D track. Yeah, something like that. That's when I discovered After Effects. But later on, as I keep learning and keep doing, I start to ask myself whether it's possible for me to use my knowledge in drawing and in illustration and blend it with After Effects. And that's where compositing comes in. That's when I start learning about animation compositing. What program do they use to animate? It's Clip Studio, yes. For Japanese style animation, I think they use Clip Studio Paint. They are another programs which are Toon Boom. I think there's only Toon Boom, not R, sorry. Like there are only Toon Booms. And maybe if you're going to more indie side or indie production, maybe Procreate, but not really. In studio we use Clip Studio. Oh yeah, the clouds. I forgot about the clouds entirely. Hold on. Okay, where are you? Clouds. There you are. And we have the clouds. So mostly the programs that we usually use to animate and stuff is Clip Studio Paint, and to composite we use After Effects. And for editing and doing other stuff, it's going to be Premiere Pro. But during the pre-production phase, I think you can use any programs as long as it can draw. You can use any programs in pre-production phase, like in maybe in character design and stuff. You can use any other programs. Is it true that I made a carousel clause? Yes. I made a carousel clause. Why though? Editing in Premiere Pro? What are they editing there though? It's mostly like doing a sound work, like sound effects and stuff. Holy fuck, why is it so long? What is going on? Hold on. My feather is not feathering. My brain is not braining. What? Oh, right, yeah, I use color range. Man, I'm dumb. Okay. Yeah, look at this crazy, not crazy, lazy bastard using an actual footage. Man, I'm so lazy. I'm sorry for being lazy. But check this out. There's another technique that you can turn this into like a drawing. You may not use smoke threshold. It's gonna turn this into this animation cell. I am the king of shortcut. So this is another F plugins. Everything that I've done so far, 80% is F plugins. I gotta give credit to them. They made a really good plugins. I don't think it looks good, in my opinion. I'm just gonna remove that. Yeah, this one is fine. Since I'm just going to put the letter bouquet anyway. I got your course, I can't wait to learn from it. Yeah, thank you. I put a lot of efforts into that course. But still, I might lack in like the experience because, well, compared me to like other artists on Colosso, I kind of feel like I am a bit on the lacking side because of my experience. But yeah, I try my best in everything. I just want you to know, it's not really necessary, but I just want to tell you guys that before the course came out, I got very sick. Like, and I was so, stressed out because I'm not really sure whether I could finish the course or not because of the illness and stuff. But at the end of the day, I complete that and I feel amazing. I feel really accomplished. I just realized that I don't really post much about myself, like on my Twitter and stuff. Mostly it's just like my work and then that's it. But I don't think it's the place that I should post that kind of stuff anyway. So I don't do it. Holy fuck, the cloud is so laggy. Why are you so laggy? What is the issue? Oh, probably it's so big. Never mind, I'm just gonna set this to third. There are barely any courses on compositing on Colosso, dude. The hell are you talking about? What I mean by that is like the quality, I think. I don't know. In my heart, I still believe that my work kind of sucks. I don't know. Even though like the market there was very little. And Colosso reach out to me just because like they said that I did really good in like composing part. Even though like they told me that, I still feel like I don't know. The devil inside me is not letting me be proud of myself. That type shit, I don't know. But the course is out, I think. It's out, yeah, it's been out for a while. I think you can just like watch it immediately. I'm just trying to find this the white eye layer here. You should start naming your layer. I mean, my bad habit is I don't really name my layer, and then when I have to find it, it's gonna be like a search in a maze, or like trying to find an escape in a maze. You don't really know where it is. Nope, there you are. Found you. You change some keyframes right here. ถ้าผมยื่นฝึกงานตอนปี 3แบบพี่เขาจะรับไหมครับ ขึ้นอยู่กับบริษัทครับ แค่แอนิเมติกเขาหน้าหล่อเฉยๆครับเขาก็เลยรับ ถ้าเรามีของเขาก็อาจจะแบบconsider ประมาณนั้นหายฝันเลย หายฝันเลยแต่ตอนนี้ผมไม่แน่ใจครับ เพราะว่าตอนนี้คนฝึกงานในบอก็เยอะอยู่อยากรู้ก็ลองถามเข้าไปครับเดี๋ยวก็รู้ What should I add more? I'm thinking of flare, like that rainbow thing that I used to do. What the? Is he turning into Canadian? What the fuck is that? Huh? Sorry, what? Okay. Okay. There we go. Let's see. There's already a cloud. There should be a line here. It's like a ring. Planet ring. Try to find that. Where are you? Where are you? I'ma spoil the entire thing. So if you don't want to get spoiled, just close your eyes. It's taking really long to load. The file is really big. Come on. Come on. Holy. Okay, I gave up. Fine. Nope. Never mind. This is a very big work. Like, there are a lot of stuff going on here. Everything you are seeing here is all in After Effects, like the cloud, this comet, this planet, this fucking mountain. Everything here is After Effects, including water. Like, this is probably like the most heavy cuts ever. I guess this is the one that's taking a very long time to render. There we go. Put a ring. Oh my god, please.ขอบคุณครับยินดีครับผม จริงบริษัทในไทยที่ทำแอนิเมชัน 2D ก็อืมก็มีนะครับนอกจากแอนิเมติกก็มีแต่ว่าอาจจะไม่ใช่สไตล์ที่เราชอบหรือเปล่าไม่รู้เหมือนกันคิดว่าถ้าเกิดชอบแบบแนวอนิเมะแอนิเมติกอะดีสุดนะครับใกล้เคียงที่สุดผมเตรียมพอร์ตยังไงถ้าเป็นพอร์ตตอนฝึกงานตอนนั้นผมไม่ได้ใช้พอร์ตครับผมใช้พอร์ตแต่ว่ามันเป็นเหมือนแบบโชว์รีลมากกว่าสายคอมโพสิตเป็นสายที่ต้องใช้โชว์รีลครับก็ถ้าตอนนั้นเราก็ต้องโชว์ครับว่าเราสามารถคอมงานได้เรียกว่าไงทุกรูปแบบเพราะว่าพอทำงานจริงๆเราจะเข้าใจครับว่า is my program is โอเคต่อคือตอนเราคอมงานจริงๆครับเราจะเข้าใจว่างานมันต้องทำให้ได้หลายสไตล์ครับเพราะว่าลูกค้ามันไม่ได้มีรูปแบบเดียวเนาะเขามีหลายสไตล์หลายความชอบครับฉะนั้นเราบททดสอบแรกเลยก็คือเราต้องคอมงานในทุกทิศทางของแสงให้เป็นตอนเช้าตอนกลางวันก่อนเย็นตอนกลางคืนอย่างเงี้ยครับต้องคอมให้เป็นพอเราทำตรงนั้นเสร็จอะไรแบบพอเราทำตรงนั้นเป็นเสร็จปุ๊บเราก็จะต้องเริ่มทำพวกเอฟเฟกต์ครับเอฟเฟกต์แสงน้ำเนี่ยบ่อยสุดทำเอฟเฟกต์น้ำมาก็ดีครับเพราะน้ำเห็นบ่อยสุดใช้บ่อยสุดครับมีทุกอย่างไม่ใช่มีทุกอย่างมีทุกงานมีทุกคัทมันต้องมีสักคัทเนี่ยครับที่เป็นน้ำแล้วก็ต้องเจนเอเมีครับงานผมเนี่ยตั้งแต่งานตอนต้นๆจนถึงตอนนี้ผมสังเกตเห็นแล้วว่ามันจะต้องมีคัทที่เป็นน้ำเพราะมันสวยครับแล้วก็ถ้าไปสายคอมก็ทำเป็นโชว์รีลแล้วก็ทำเป็นเบรกดาวเอาไว้ครับเบรกดาวก็จะเป็นแนวแบบว่าก่อนกับหลังเป็นยังไงประมาณนี้ครับโปรแกรมข้าไปแล้วมันน่าจะนั่นนี่มันตัวใหญ่เพราะว่าดูมันติดวาร์ปตรงนี้ว่ะน่าจะเพราะอันนี้ไฟล์มันใหญ่เฉยๆดูเยอะเลย7 วิไอ้สัตว์บ้าไปแล้วผมยื่นไปกี่ที่ตอนนั้นยื่นแค่อนิเมติกที่เดียวเลยครับเรากำลังคุยกันเรื่องเดียวกันหรือเปล่าพอร์ตที่เราไปถึงคือพอร์ตยื่นเข้ามหาลัยหรือว่าพอร์ตยื่นเข้าฝึกงานครับเอางี้กันถ้าเป็นพอร์ตมหาลัยผมยื่นไป2ที่ครับก็คือศิลปากรเขตเพชรบุรีแล้วก็แคมป์ก็คือมอเชียงใหม่ถ้าพอร์ตฝึกงานผมยื่นแค่ที่เดียวครับก็คือแอนิเมติกเพราะว่าที่อื่นดูไม่ค่อยตรงใจวัยรุ่นเท่าไหร่นะเอาเข้าฝึกงานครับยื่นแค่ที่แอนิเมติกที่เดียวเลยครับแต่ว่ามอผมเขาจะมีแบบเหมือนเชิญบริษัทต่างๆครับมาสัมภาษณ์นักศึกษาแล้วก็ถ้าโชคดีเขาก็จะแบบขอเรียกว่าอะไรขอคอนแทคเอาไว้นะครับพอถึงเวลาที่เราต้องฝึกงานเนี่ยเราก็แค่ติดต่อเขากลับไปอย่างเงี้ยเราก็ได้ฝึกงานเขาเลยอันนี้ก็มีครับของผมก็เขาก็เรียกเหมือนกันมีเรียกไป2บริษัทมีมิต้าแล้วก็ Animated Storyboard มิต้าก็คือของอาจารย์หนึ่งนะครับอาจารย์หนึ่งก็จะเป็นคนที่ทำงานในวงการแอนิเมชันมาสักพักละคนที่เป็นเจ้าของกลุ่ม Facebook ไทยทูเดียครับนี่ก็ของอาจารย์หนึ่ง Animated Storyboard ผมไม่ค่อยมีอินโฟกับเขาเท่าไหร่ครับแต่เขาก็เรียกไปสัมภาษณ์ก็ผมก็ไปคุยนิดหน่อยแล้วก็โชว์พอร์ตให้เขาดูก็ไม่มีอะไรฮะแต่เรื่องหนึ่งที่เราอาจจะต้องคิดนะครับก็คือแต่ละบริษัทมันจะมีวิธีทำงานไม่เหมือนกัน ของ Animatic อย่างเงี้ยครับเราจะทำงานกันแบบออนไลน์เนาะก็คือเข้า Discord แล้วก็คุยกับเขาผ่านระบบ Discord นะครับแต่บริษัทอื่นๆเช่น Mita อย่างเงี้ยที่เพื่อนผมไปฝึกเนี่ยเขาก็จะเป็นระบบออนไซต์นะครับออนไซต์กึ่งออนไลน์แต่ว่าต้องเน้นไปที่ออนไซต์ก็คือเขาจะต้องให้เราไปฝึกงานในสตูดิโอก็คือเราต้องเดินทางไปนะครับอันนี้ก็ต้องขึ้นอยู่กับว่าเราโอเคที่จะแบบเดินทางไกลไหมอย่างเงี้ยเพราะอย่างผมอะบ้านผมอยู่ไกลนะครับถ้าเทียบถ้าไปฝึกงานที่มิต้าอย่างเงี้ยผมก็เลยเลือกฝึกกับ Animatic เนาะเพราะมันเป็นออนไลน์ผมก็ทำงานที่บ้านได้ทำไมถึงเลือกมชคำถามน่าสนใจครับอยากถามตัวเองตอน3 ปีที่แล้วเหมือนกันนะว่าเรื่องทำเฮียอะไรไกลชิบหายนะไม่รู้ครับตอนนั้นผมรู้สึกว่ามันดูเท่ดีมั้งมันดูแบบเข้ากับเราได้มากสุดนะครับก็เลยเลือกที่นั่นแต่พูดตามตรงครับหลังจากที่เรียนมหาลัยมา3 ปีครับ 70% ขึ้นอยู่กับเราครับเกิน50นะ 70% ขึ้นอยู่กับเราครับว่าเราจะทำงานสายทางไหนแล้วเราอยากจะโดดเด่นโลดแล่นในสายทางไหน Oh my god please thank you อาจจะเพราะว่าตอนนั้นผมมีตัวเลือกแค่2 ช้อยส์ด้วยมั้งก็มีแบบมชกับศิลปากรเขตเพชรบุรีอ่ะแค่2 ช้อยส์ตรงนั้นผมก็เลยเลือกมชมันดูใหญ่ดี ถึงแม้ว่ามันจะเป็นช้อยส์ที่ไกลบ้านนะครับแต่ก็เลือกอันนั้นอยู่ดีนะโชว์เรียนของพี่นี่เป็นงานส่วนตัวทั้งหมดเลยเหรอครับโชว์เรียนผมมีงานเป็นงานส่วนตัวทั้งหมดครับไม่มีงานทำร่วมกับคนอื่นครับออนไลน์นี่ของชอบเลยสงสัยต้องไป Animatic แล้ว Animatic เนี่ยการแข่งขันมันสูงนะครับที่วงในเขาบอกมาก็สู้ๆครับถ้าคุณติดให้คุณมั่นใจแล้วว่าคุณคือ1 ในตองอูครับเพราะเขาเอาแต่ตองอูครับผมไม่รู้กันนี่คือสตูดิโอท็อปวันของโลกครับทุยเขาเลือกแต่คนเก่งครับฉะนั้นเราก็ต้องเก่งๆเอาไว้ก่อนนะครับคือถือว่าเราอยากไปตำแหน่งอะไรครับเห็นหลายคนถามเรื่องนี้มานะครับตำแหน่งที่เขาเปิดมีอะไรบ้างถามเขาก่อนครับเข้าไปถามก็ได้ครับพิมพ์เมลไปถามวิธีพิมพ์เมลก็สวัสดีครับผมอยากสอบถามเรื่องตำแหน่งเปิดรับฝึกงานครับว่าไปเขียนให้มันถูกครับเขียนให้มันถูกฟอร์แมตเมลเนาะไม่ใช่เขียนไปแบบว่าโยเปิดฝึกงานตำแหน่งอะไรบ้างครับอย่างเงี้ยเขียนอย่างเงี้ยนะครับเขียนอย่างเงี้ยเขาจะไม่อ่านนะครับแล้วเขาด่าเราด้วยนะครับระวังนะครับมุกครับมุกจะต้องถ้าเราจะเขียนนะเราต้องติดต่อไปทางเมลเราก็ต้องเขียนให้ถูกกันเหตุผลที่ผมไม่ลงงานกลุ่มเพราะว่างานกลุ่มมันไม่ตรงกับสายงานที่ผมทำแบบงานกลุ่มส่วนมากก็เป็นงาน 3D อย่างเงี้ยแล้วก็อาจจะเป็นงานคอมโพสิตแต่เป็นคอมโพสิต 3D อย่างเงี้ยครับมันไม่ตรงอ่ะผมก็เลยไม่ลงครับหรืออันที่ตรงแต่ว่ารู้สึกว่าคุณภาพงานไม่ได้ดีเท่าที่ควรผมก็ไม่ลงI'll watch this later. I see. Yeah. Take your. It's no worry at all. I don't archive my stream, so yeah. Actually, I would like to ask for everyone who is like watching this from like overseas. What time zone are you in right now? Like the timing of my streaming, is it too early or too late? Because I don't really know. Like it's maybe like 2 a.m. for you. I don't know. แล้วก็อีกอย่างนึงครับก็คือเรื่องของภาษาคือเวลาเราทำงานร่วมกับสตูดิโออย่างเงี้ยครับก็ถ้าสมมุติผมทำ Animatic เนาะเขาก็ปกติครับก็คุยภาษาไทยอะไรได้ แต่ว่ามันอาจจะมีข้อเสียนิดนึงครับข้อเสียอย่างเดียวเลยที่ผมเห็นก็คือถ้าเราทำเป็นแค่หน้าที่เดียวงานจะขาดช่วงครับหมายความว่าสายคอมโพสิตอย่างเงี้ยเราจะต้องรองานนานหน่อยนะครับซึ่งถ้าเรามีความได้เปรียบทางแบบสมมติเรามีฐานผู้ติดตามหรืออย่างน้อยเราพูดภาษาอังกฤษได้อย่างเงี้ยครับแล้วเรามีคอนเนคชั่นในอินเทอร์เน็ตเยอะอย่างเงี้ยเราอาจจะได้จับงานชิ้นอื่นไปก่อนระหว่างรอแอนิเมติกหรือว่าระหว่างรอบริษัทนู้นบริษัทนี้เพราะมันเป็นทุกบริษัทครับปัญหาเนี้ยถ้าเราเป็นแค่อย่างผมทำเป็นแค่หน้าที่เดียวหรือเลือกที่จะทำแค่หน้าที่เดียวเราจะเจอปัญหานี้หนีไม่พ้นครับปัญหางานขาดตอนอย่างเงี้ยมันจะทำให้แบบเดือนที่แล้วเรามีเงินเดือนไม่ใช่เงินเดือนเรามีเงินเข้าเดือนถัดมาเราไม่มีเงินเนี่ยครับหรือถ้าเราอยากแก้ปัญหาแบบนี้นะครับก็คือเราต้องทำให้เป็นหลายหน้าที่นี่เป็นอีกปัญหาหนึ่งครับที่เราจะเจอแน่ๆ1,000,000%เป็นหลายหน้าที่เราก็จะอยู่สบายครับอยู่ง่ายอยู่สบายทุกคนรักเราครับ เป็น the bag ไอพวกคนที่มันงานเทพๆอะครับเขาทำได้หลายหน้าที่ครับแล้วเขาก็พูดได้หลายภาษานะครับผมสังเกตมาละไอพวกคนที่มันเก่งๆกันนะครับเขาจะอย่างน้อยเขาจะพูดภาษาอังกฤษได้แล้วเขาก็จะพูดภาษาญี่ปุ่นได้เนี่ย3 ภาษานะครับถ้าคุณพูดได้อังกฤษไทยญี่ปุ่นอย่างเงี้ยคุณทำงานในแอนิเมชันสบายแล้วครับอีกแขนงหนึ่งก็คืออาจจะทำงานอินดี้อย่างเงี้ยก็คือไปหาโปรเจกต์ใน Twitter อย่างเงี้ยครับไปนั่งไล่ดูเขาเปิดทำโปรเจกต์อะไรกันบ้างแล้วเราก็ไปแจมกับเขาอย่างเงี้ยก็ได้อยู่มั้งไม่รู้แต่ข้อเสียของการทำงานคือส่วนมากจะเป็นโปรเจกต์แพชชั่นนะก็คืองานฟรี ไอ้น้องงานฟรีจนก็ต้องบาลานซ์ดีๆครับสู้ๆครับก็ถ้าเราอยากรู้เรื่องคอมโพสิตอ่ะมันจะมียูทูบเบอร์อีกท่านหนึ่งก็คือคนนี้ฮะเดี๋ยวผมแนะนำนะถ้าสมมติอยากรู้เรื่องคอมโพสิตนะพี่ดองเราเคยดูพี่ดองไหมพี่คนนี้เขาไม่ได้พูดแค่เรื่องคอมโพสิตอ่ะเขาพูดเรื่องแอนิเมชันด้วยครับเนี่ยพี่คนนี้เนี่ยแอนิเมชันlet's go คอมโพสิตน่าจะอยู่ล่างๆฮะที่ไหนวะเนี่ยคอมโพสิต2 คลิปเนี่ยครับเขาพอก็สอนใช้ตัวปลั๊กอิน F เหมือนกันตัวเราอยากรู้เรื่องวงในมากขึ้นหรือว่าเข้าใจพวกศัพท์เทคนิคมากขึ้นอย่างเงี้ยครับก็ลองศึกษาช่องพี่ชายเขาได้พี่เขาอธิบายเก่งดีครับอธิบายละเอียดดีเข้าใจง่ายดองชางใช่พี่ดองเขาบอกว่าอะไรวะอะไรคนแคนาดาอะไรต่างๆผมชอบแท็กไลน์เขามากเลยตอนเริ่มคลิปแบบเลยครับผมดองช้างผมเป็นคนแคนาดาที่ทำงานอยู่ญี่ปุ่นอะโอ้งงจังเลยอะมันเทาไปนะน่าจะต้องเปลี่ยนในเลเยอร์หลักเพราะว่าเลเยอร์นี้มันเทา
าวอะขาวไปเย้แล้วก็ที่เหลือก็จะเป็นการยัดโกลว์ดีโกลว์ก็หัวเรืองแสงว้าวสว่างเหลือเกินนี่ต้องเป็นขาวแล้วก็ติดแลมป์มัน แล้วก็ใส่โกลตรงนี้เหมือนกันก็คือหลังจากนี้คือผมไล่ใส่โกลละผมอยู่มอเชียงใหม่อยากได้คำแนะนำเทพๆนั่นหรอมอเชียงใหม่กันเหรอเราอยู่ปีไรอะเรียนแคมป์ใช่ไหมหรือว่าแค่อยู่มอเชียงใหม่แต่ไม่ได้เรียนแคมป์เพิ่มส้มใส่ส้มเพิ่มส้มมันต่ำไปโดนตัวละครให้เป็นส้มให้หมดอยู่แอนิเมชันโอเคแสดงว่าก็แคมป์แนะนำยังไงดีวะก็ตอนนั้นตอนผมอยู่มชส่วนมากเรื่องที่ผมทำก็คือแบบเรียนเสร็จผมก็กลับมาห้องผมไม่ค่อยได้เที่ยวไหนด้วยครับก็กลับห้องแล้วก็ทำงานยาวๆเลยก็ช่วงมหาลัยเนี่ยเป็นช่วงที่เราควรจะเริ่มฟาร์มsocial status แต่ว่าเริ่มสร้างฐานผู้ติดตามอย่างเงี้ยครับไม่ต้องให้มันเยอะก็ได้อย่างตอนที่ผมเริ่มทำทวิตตอนนั้นคนไม่ก็มาติดตามเยอะครับ Twitter เนี่ยคนมันมาตามเยอะช่วงหลังๆนี่แต่ควรจะมีไว้ครับ แล้วก็หมั่นลงงานบ่อยๆฮะแล้วก็พยายามอย่าดองงานนะดองงานแล้วเดี๋ยวเหนื่อยนะเรื่องอาจารย์ผมไม่ค่อยมีอะไรคอมเมนต์นะตรงนี้มันดำไปเห็นละเกียร์ดิโอเคนี่ดำไปกลางธรรมดาฟ้าเยอะแดงแรงไหมอยู่ตรงนี้งั้นตรงนี้เปลี่ยนเป็นสีฟ้าดิว่าไงโอเคดีขึ้นหน้าลอยชี้ไปแบบ รอเรนเดอร์
How long does it take to finish one cut? For studio work, typically going to be around 2 hours, average. But if I'm working for my like my own work, it's going to be a bit longer, around 3 to 4 hours per cut. But like, if like let's say I am compositing, and there is already an existing, let's say, preset, so all of this, like lumetri color, like all this filter and stuff, it's going to be much faster because I can just copy from this and then paste here. And the rest is just about like tweakings and balancing things. Typically, if you're working in a studio, you should be faster, because the faster you can do, the more cuts you can handle, and therefore the more money you're going to get. Do I usually use presets? Yes. If there is like the same character design, like it's the same character and it's the same effects, let's say I have to blur the character cell, then I'm just going to just copy and paste. It's much faster this way. Like if it's my own work, I don't really use preset. I like to be able to like control everything by myself, or to make every cut seems unique. It's all about like schedule, in my opinion. Like if you have a very tight schedule, then you must do everything to like save time. But if you're working for yourself, let's say I'm working in this project, I have like a lot of time, so I just won't use any presets. Depends. Oh. So I'm creating a blur map right now. Whoa, keep misclicking. Okay. Is it possible to tell the price rate per cut of this studio? I don't think so, but like, it really depends. It really depends on the studio and the type of work that you're doing. I can give you like the estimates. It's going to range around $20 per cut, up to let's say maybe $30. It 20 to 30 depends. It really depends on the studio and the type of like conditions that you have to work in. For me, I typically going to charge around $20 to $30. That's my rate. Do-do-do. Is it good price? It's really good for me. For me, it's I kind of feel like it's a very chill work. And especially that I like to composite too. I'm okay with the rates. Right. I don't think I will put anything more. So let's see this in aspect ratio. 666. Let's see. Okay, interesting. I think the this one right here is too much snow. Too much snow. Here, okay. The line is a bit problematic right now. I think make it darker is. Yeah, must be a bit darker. Right. Then just apply smoother. And it should be done, I think. So spam this in. Right. Now your work should be smooth. It's 128 gigabytes RAM worth the upgrade. I think it is. It does. I used to have like 32, and it's not really enough, especially if you are doing a very complex visual effects like the dispersion cube, something like that. You need to have a high RAM, because if you don't, the After Effects is going to have like a frequent pop-up telling you that you don't have enough RAM. After like I upgrade to 128, that pop-up is pretty much gone. So if you have the budget, I feel like it's worth the upgrade. Still seems too empty to me. What should it do? Let me know if you have any ideas though. I might make the sky a bit darker. Seems to work. Oh yeah, the star. I forgot about that. The star. Okay. Let me yoink. Are you a star? Yes. Yoink. Forgot about that. So you typically won't see any star during the daytime. But you know, this is fantasy, so I'm just put it for some reason. Why can I not see anything? Oh, there you are. Oh my god. A bit too much. Or maybe I just set this here. There we go. What is that? Slow. Put this back. Oh. Okay, it's a bit better. Okay. See this in aspect ratio. Ding 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 ding. 10 years later. Okay, yeah. I like this so far. Yeah, love this. Oh, right. Yeah, I think you can add light leaks in here too. Simple tricks. Light leaks. I'm gonna just add some here. Very simple. You can find this tutorial anywhere. So we pretty much just crank this up, reduce the complexity down, and then scale it way up. Reduce the brightness. So you can just only see this blob. Put in a fast box there. And now here is my touch. So I will use quick chromatic aberration to increase the color so. Like that, and then we see color vibrance on top. Then set this to whatever colors you want. Like that. And then animate this slowly. 50. How did I make this shooting star? It's a very old asset of mine. But I use I think it is a shape layer. No, not shape layer. Is it? It's a fractal noise. Yeah, it's a fractal noise. And then you stretch it out to make it a line. And then you make a mask at the end of this. So like right here, make the mask. And then put a feather up so it fades away. And then you put the roughen edge to turn that fade away gradient into like this kind of like the shooting star effects. And then you can animate it. To make it curve, you just pre-comp all of this and then apply warp. That's pretty much it. Alright, where are you? Right, so this is going to be a very simple light leak. Kind of feel like it's going to be better if you just download it from internet, but by doing it like this, you have more freedom to control the timing and stuff. So I like to do it like this. So like this, anything you can think of, you can put it in. Another thing that you can do is noise. Put this here, turn this up. It's going to be a bit of like noisy light leaks. It imitates like the real camera work, or what camera would see. This is the, like the edge there. Interesting. Took quite time to render though, so I'm just gonna let this go. Do I still use normal glow? Yeah, that's deep glow now. Yeah, once I purchased deep glow, I never used glow ever again. I like the result a bit more. Not a bit, like a lot more, yeah. I'm just gonna play this in third. I don't think there are any difference. I just want to see the movement and stuff. Okay. Right, I don't think I'm going to put anything in. So I'ma just render this. Right, time to start render. Render. C6. you. Okay. Let's see how long this takes. Okay. It's getting stuck here. It's a bit quick, yeah. Rendering. 10 years later, still not done. Yeah, I might. Whoa, the sound is so. The angelic sound. Right, so I'm gonna open the cutting and I will let you see the progress so far. Hold on. Let me open this. I'm going to mute the sound because it's going to get copyrighted. I don't want this stream to be copyrighted. I'm going to let me find that file. Right, and here is all of the cutting so far. It's going to be an animation PV, about 1 minute long. I'm just going to let it play for now. So I would say that half at the start, it's all finished. Here, yeah. This is the first cut I've done. Hands. I haven't worked on the typo yet. What is that? Oh, never mind. Sorry. We have that, we have this. I'm pretty sure that I have never showed this on my Twitter. At least not yet. Right, so all of this, gotta keep it a secret, you know. I don't want to spoil everything, even though like what I'm doing right now is pretty much spoiling. Right, yeah, so pretty much all of this entire segments is already done. Like all of this is already done. Starting from here is when it's going to be more action based. Like right here, it's going to be like action. I might change a lot of stuff right here. Like all of these 4 cuts is going to be animated. So animations here, like a portal thing. Dude is fighting like an angel. This cut. I need all of this breakdown. Yeah, I have to do it because, well, it's an university project and it requires me to do a breakdown. So yeah, I might not do, holy voice crack, I might not do the entire breakdown because some cut doesn't require any breakdown in my opinion. Let's especially like this cut, it doesn't have any breakdowns. There are no effects. I might do this cut, the first one right here. This one also might do a breakdown. And then this one might do a breakdown. This one also. And then probably this one at the last. Mostly it's gonna be the cut that is focused in visual effects. Yeah, and this is the credit and this is the poster. I have to make another 2 poster later on. I might make another poster before the release and then another poster after release. Yeah. So this circle, this red circle is pretty much an error. I will fix it later on. So like the error that is right here is like this flickering effect. That's an error. It's not intentional. So I have to go fix that. Then yeah, there might be some error. That's pretty much it. For like this 1 minute of like preview took me around 4 months. Not 4 months, but like the entire production starts like 2 months ago, and I have another 2 months, so pretty much 4 months. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Do I have any supervisor? It's the same guy, the man Mario. He's still my supervisor. It's like I keep getting voice crack. Holy. Like I get a lot of like comments from him. And also my teacher is also a supervisor. Like we have like one supervisor from the studio and another supervisor from the university. But like so far my teacher doesn't comment anything. He just let me do whatever I want. I don't know why. Like during the proposal and stuff, he didn't say anything. He just like, yep, okay. Man, imagine he told me like, nope, this project you have to cancel everything and you have to redo it all. Imagine if he's saying that like before like I release it. What a heartbroken. Like but he I doubt he's going to do it. But yeah, that's pretty much it. So I'm working on this right now. Working on the layout for this cut. So I'm going to work this next. And probably this one next. I would try to like put all of this animation towards the end. Or maybe no, maybe like I mean priority wise, I should start this first. But I have no idea how to do it, so I just do something else first. Can you get me as a supervisor? Absolutely no. I still had a lot of like, you know, area that I have to polish. I don't think I'm going to be a good supervisor for you though. I'm really sorry. I might give you some comments though. But like, I don't think I can. Yeah, so I think that's pretty much it for the stream. And a lot of like spoiler in the work. I'm going to work on this. Well, let me put this up. Another spoiler. If you don't want to get spoiled, close your eyes. Here's the cut I'm working on. I mean, it's not a spoiler. Like it's the same cut that I've done like 2 weeks ago. So I'm just going to keep doing this. Continue this. Pretty much it. This is what I'm going to do next. Right, yeah, so I think this is going to be it for tonight's stream. So yeah, thank you everyone. ขอบคุณทุกคนมากครับที่เข้ามาชมกันนะก็ไว้เจอกันสัปดาห์หน้านะสัปดาห์หน้าเราน่าจะต้องเริ่มคัดแอนิเมตแบบแอคชั่นซีเควนต์แล้วล่ะครับเพราะว่าเดี๋ยวแม่งไม่ทันนะ enough โอเคก็ขอบคุณมากครับก็เอาไว้เจอกันสัปดาห์หน้า yes thank you so much it's alright right see you I'm going to go now bye bye good night or maybe good morning I don't know what time zones you guys are but like good night bye 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 can't wait yeah I want this to finish too like I really want to just like close my eyes and then tomorrow everything is finished but man we are so close right now I only have like 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 7 remaining cuts 7 remaining cuts we are almost done yeah so thank you and bye bye thank you so much for everyone thank you bye bye เจอกันจ้าขอบคุณที่เข้ามาชมนะจ๊ะพ่อหนุ่มหน้าหล่อทั้งหลาย